astrology, and other divinatory arts are not a replacement or substitute for physical or psychiatric health care. If this is an emergency situation or you are in crisis, please do not defer your wellness to readings or horoscopes. Seek situation-appropriate, qualified assistance instead. Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting July 17th, 2022. And just a quick reminder, if you are watching your rising sign forecast, your rising sign is giving you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And your moon sign is going to be showing you the less prominent, albeit still significant, side story that's also playing out throughout the course of this week. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. This week, the big spiritual theme behind all concerns is the King of Swords upright. This is a week where the focus is on a great deal of new commitments and new disciplines getting crystallized, codified, and put forth into being in a way where we are clearing a lot of cloudy, fluid, or too open to be worth a damn circumstances in our lives, so that a lot of promising ventures or a lot of new alliances and projects can really have their chance to survive and thrive. The King of Swords always shows up where we do need to see where have things been too open, to see where the chips fall, to, just too passive, and where we need to get in with more decisive action and reorganization, because there are a lot of promising opportunities and commitments coming through, but too much surrender, too much hands off, too much allowing the environment to dictate our circumstances has been keeping us in a place where it's not really amounting to anything. A lot of people fail to understand the spiritual concept of surrender and allowance the right way. You know, it is surrendering and allowing once you've actually done something, not just laying on the ground and surrendering and seeing what happens to you. And if you have been guilty of doing that sometimes, we all have, this is a week where the King of Swords is saying, get your head in the game. You are also going to find that a lot of long-term roads are getting secured with these actions and with a lot of these circumstances. So it's not just about getting everything reorganized that has been too chaotic in recent history, but it's also setting ourselves up for long-term success by actually charting the path in a much more decisive way. When it comes to material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs as it relates to home and family, we've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. And it does look like there is a very promising new commitment getting secured this week as it relates to an income avenue, a new financial opportunity, or maybe a new job role that is very substantial. In fact, so substantial that it may require you to allow for something else that you have been juggling or holding space for to drop or finally be dropped for good. And this could have to do with a breakthrough on the job or off the job for you, or maybe something going on in your own personal finances or your investments that's going to be requiring you to be at the helm more than you have been in recent history. However, with the Two of Pentacles reversed, this is also going to provide more and more reward the more we can actually have a solidified and dedicated space to it. Now, this could require some of you to be ready for a transfer, be ready for a move, or some of you to be ready to move some money or to be available to a partnership or a collaboration or a project in a different way than you have been. However, again, once we allow this reorganization to take place, it's going to show its worth almost immediately. When it comes to community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you do have the Page of Wands reversed. And this could be a week where some of you have had your fill with somebody and you may be deciding to take some space. The Page of Wands reversed can sometimes show up where a person's erratic, flaky, inconsistent, or maybe even just downright repugnant behavior is proving to not only just be an annoyance, but or cramping our style, but it is actually holding us back. It's sort of a pit, right? It's an energy pit. Maybe it's immaturity on their part. Maybe there is something immoderate about their behavior, or they are simply disqualifying us, or, creating a "this is why we can't have nice things" kind of experience in the friendship, in the work alliance, or in the family situation. And some of you may be deciding to redraw the terms of this affiliation or kick somebody to the curb because of it. Especially because, well, with the Page of Wands reversed, it could also very likely be that news comes out about a situation where somebody has been either actively or passively working against us, wasting our time, wasting our energy, or has already cost us something we didn't know would have been a great opportunity for us. And that might be the final straw for this friend or for this relative or whoever they are. When it comes to your challenge this week, you do have the Six of Swords reversed. Do not go in circles. The Six of Swords reversed can indicate a warning against going back into the past or allowing the past to repeat itself, or a delay in a departure or a delay in forward movement, only creating more problems or a stall in growth. And that does show up here in its own ways. As we look at the Two of Pentacles reversed, we're going to have to change the way we keep our options open. The Page of Wands reversed, obviously, if somebody is dead weight or, my God, a liability, then we need to also pay attention to where we don't want to repeat past cycles by entertaining options that are really more like just bad choices. The Six of Swords reverse can sometimes show up where we need to pay attention to where something is stalling us or we are stalling ourselves. And in a lot of cases with the Six of Swords reversed, it's waiting too long for the wrong people to get in the boat before we take off. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we have the Ace of Cups upright, and there is a really cool new start or a really cool new story getting underway here, because the Ace of Cups upright indicates a new beginning for any kind of relationship circumstance, whether it is a new love opportunity for those of you who are single or available, or maybe even a new story in a marriage or in an established couple. The Ace of Cups upright is showing here where a new road or a new commitment is getting underway this week because of some very important outpouring or exchange, which allows for all participants to finally get on the page they belong. And for those of you who are single or available, this could be an outpouring of emotion, a very important heart-to-heart, or maybe a very deep chat with a partner potential that pretty much puts you in the lane for a long-term commitment. And this could even be the evolution of a situation where you've been seeing somebody recently where we decide to get a lot more committed, even if we don't feel that we want to put a label on it yet. That probably won't be very long. When it comes to, or won't be long to wait for, that's what I mean to say. When it comes to established couples and marriages, this could be something that we bring into the relationship dynamic as an addition, maybe something that we are deciding to do as a couple as far as a creative pursuit, maybe even a bonding activity such as going into business together, or something we are treating ourselves to as a way to bring a fantasy or an ideal that we have set for another time or another space into the now. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.